Hello, everyone. John Bruna here with the Daily Quote. There's a lot going on in our world today, and I think today's quote is going to be truly meaningful. It certainly has been a quote that transformed my life, probably around 39 years ago. Reading it and taking a little time to really grasp what it's telling me. Wow, it just lit me up in a new way. It empowered me to go on in my life through a very challenging time. And it's something that has been a truth that has just provided me an opportunity to fully engage in life in ways that have so much more resiliency. So hope you find its power as well. Let's go ahead and get to it. This one is from M. Scott Peck. It's from the book The Road Less Traveled. Life is difficult. This is the great truth, one of the greatest truths. It is a great truth because once we see this truth, we transcend it. We transcend it. In essence, what's being shared here is that once we understand that life is difficult, it's really no longer that difficult. That so much of our struggle and suffering really comes from the idea that our lives shouldn't be difficult. If we really get that, wow, we can remove a lot of suffering in our lives. But once we know that life is messy, it's messy for everyone. It's always been messy. Going through a difficult time here in this country, which is also, there's difficulties all around the world. There's ramifications that have impacts on everybody's life. But if we step back, we're going to realize it's really always been messy. Again, I'm a former history teacher and go back through the dawn of civilizations and the struggles that have gone on in the countries that no longer exist and the different ways our modern world was created, you will see nothing but struggle and difficulties and challenges. It's just always been messy. But for some reason, we grab onto the idea that we can create this stable environment for ourselves and that our governments and countries and so forth should be a certain way. And then when it doesn't go that way, we are shocked and we worry and we have fear. But if we can step back and realize that life's just messy, life is presented with lots of challenges that governments and administrations come and go, that, you know, wars happen, that people, out of their own insecurity and fears, do harmful things, then I'm not surprised. As a matter of fact, I can actually recognize that it's not nearly as difficult as I thought it was. That life's just messy, and in this messiness, there's an incredible amount of good, of kindness, of people working together, of problem solving that, in fact, through this pendulum of ups and downs of struggle, there's the other side of it, which is resiliency, well-being, compassion. So much has happened that has been provided to us to live lives that have much less physical, tangible suffering than people have had over the centuries. So, in other words, when I think that life should be different than it is, when I think that life shouldn't have the struggles and suffering that is inherent, I have a lot of struggle and suffering, worry and fear, distress. But when I recognize and understand that life is just plain messy for everyone, it's always been that way, then I can really work with the messiness in ways that are healthy and well, that I can do things that are problem solving. I can participate with a lot less struggle and suffering in ways that I can improve my lives and the lives of people around me. If I think things shouldn't be the way they are, it's hard to improve them. But if I recognize and accept things are the way they are for a wide range of reasons, now I can actually engage in a process of improving my lives and the lives of others. When we understand that life is filled with challenges, I'm not surprised when I'm challenged and I get into solution. When I don't think life should be challenging, I can't even accept it. I can't even begin to solve it if I can't accept it. There's a lot of struggle right now. There's also a lot of solution right now. It may not be the way we want it to be, but when I understand and accept the way things are, well, now I can actually engage in a process of improving situations and mental and emotional health for myself and others. And that's the key here. The way to really engage in the struggles in life is first and foremost to take care of our own mental and emotional well-being so we can be part of the solution. And one of the most detrimental impacts on our mental and emotional well-being is thinking things should be different than they are, which is very different than saying, I don't like the way things are. I'd like to do something about it. I hope you find this truly helpful. It has transformed my life. And I'd like to think it's helped me do some things to help improve the world, even in some little way.